All right, once they're on. They're coming. Here's Natasha.
Hello. Beautiful.
Hello.
There we go. Go for it.
Ooh, I like your background.
I was inspired by the film, so I figured I would honor the film. So hello, we're starting this interview right now. I'm Jenny Feldy. It's my stage comedian name because Jennifer Feldman is too serious and people take my jokes seriously. So it's Jenny Feldy with It Came From the Radio with actually some of my favorite actresses. I mean, we have Vanessa, you've been one of my favorite actresses for a while, so it's very cool for me. I'm not really get excited or a fan of most, and Adam Sherman. So anyway, we're here to discuss this movie. And what is the movie called? I'll let you introduce it.
Yeehaw! Wow! Yeah. This game. We can't do it at the same time. Who's
Natasha, you'll start.
No,
What movie is this? What movie is this?
This game's called Murder.
Okay, so I like to go, we're here with Natasha Henstridge, and we're here with Adam Sherman, the director, and Vanessa Morano, all extremely talented. I watched the film today, very impressed. I'm gonna get right into the detail because I love the detailed questions. So here we go. The first one, Vanessa, we'll start with this one, simple. Vanessa, I think you're one of the most captivating, most interesting actresses of all time. I loved you playing a dentist's daughter in a film. My dad's a dentist, and I even screenshotted that part. I was like, I'm just a dentist's daughter. It was really cool. Anyway, so this movie, you ingest a pill that gives you limitless energy. So what are some things you do or eat to stay sharp while filming?
Oh, well, when I starred in Limitless with Bradley Cooper, and we figured out that pill could access a different part of the mind, we really all started talking about this. We were like, hey, what's up with how you stay in shape and do everything and keep your light alive within you? And I sleep.
Sleeping. Oh, how much do you sleep a night?
Oh God, if I can sleep 10 hours a night, that's a good night for me.
Me too. I need a lot of that. Okay, so curious, because you did take a pill here, but it didn't really last for that long. I don't want to give away the movie. And you're a very heavy drinker.
Do I need to be on this interview? Is it about my movie?
Oh no, we're gonna get into it. Don't worry. So the next question.
You're referring to the pill at the very beginning of the film, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So Adam Sherman, don't worry. I got lots of questions that are technical because I'm also a filmmaker. So we're gonna go right to you. The lighting. Lighting in the film. Thank you, Vanessa Sherman. So don't worry, we're getting the attention on you. So the lighting, loved it. Reminded me of my club days. I'm 37. I gave that up over 10 years ago. Clubbing in DC and New York City. So curious about the insight of the lighting budget, or how many grips and gaffers and lighting techs were needed just to accomplish the very cool lighting.
What movie are you talking about?
This movie had very cool lighting.
This game's called Murder.
Yes. Do you not think so?
We had a crew of about 100 people.
Okay.
Very qualified grips and electricians, and they did a great job.
Yeah.
With the we were shooting in some very challenging locations, including like out away from LA and in remote locations with the Santa Ana winds blowing.
Mm-hmm.
And also like underground, like 4 stories underground in downtown LA, and like abandoned subway tunnels. And these people brought the lights and the electricity into the places that it was needed to be brought, underwater, underground, out into dangerous locations with high wind. It was very much a like these guys knew how they know how to do their jobs. And then in terms of creativity, of course, then you just go for it,
Okay.
We hit the ground running.
Beautiful film, aesthetically beautiful. We're going to come back to you and Natasha. I would say you play a bit of a femme fatale, a villain in this film. You're kind of villain.
I didn't approach it like that at all. I thought she was
No?
having a fine time. I didn't think she was trying to be bad. She was just needed to get what she wanted. No, she was trying to be bad. You're right. You're right.
I'm like, what? I was like, oh, where am I on crazy pills? Mugatu. What are your inspirations to play this kind of scary, villainous, murderous, crazy character?
Like kind of, I didn't have particular people in mind, but I was like a mix of like a desperate housewife mixed with a psychopath on acid. Do you know what I mean? It was that,
Mhm.
you know, with some mental health challenges and some and a lot too many people yesing her whole life and not enough attention from her husband and those kind of things. And so I just did that and went like bigger with it all. I just kind of went much bigger with it all. So no specific. This movie is so hard to for me. It was really hard to go. I'm drawing from this and pulling from this because it's such heightened reality. You know, the film is such heightened reality, and as you saw, because visually it is such an interesting film. And all of Adam's films have a interesting visual aspect to them for sure. So, yeah, I can't say specifically, but just Desperate Housewives.
Okay.
Desperate House, not the show. I know some of those girls. They're going to be
Real
like, "What the hell are you
Desperate
talking about,
Housewives.
Natasha?"
Right.
But you know, a desperate housewife with some derangement and a lot of too many people yesing her is what I what I get.
Yeah, I always say that there's a lot of men I know that their mothers yes them a little too much and they turn into monsters. They can be a bit of a problem. So
Yeah.
back to the film, more about me later. I feel like I'm surrounded by people who have holes drilled into their brains. I really do. And this has been the motif of my last few days. So question for all of you, I guess we can go around and start with Adam and then Vanessa. What was the dumbest move or mistake during this production? Or was it just a smooth birthing? Was it smooth? Adam.
For me, it was hard, like pre-production, and some of the people that I allied myself with during pre-production may have not been the best people, or maybe they were, and maybe it was just we were tackling a lot. You know, it was a very low budget movie, and we were tackling we were tackling a big story with a small budget. And you know, I feel like the people that I started working with did a great job, and maybe maybe through their hard work is how the movie got made. Or maybe some of their mistakes was my biggest mistake. I don't know, but that's where I'm at with that.
So lessons learned, it sounds like. And Vanessa, your dumbest move while on set?
My dumbest move probably was that beautiful, visually stunning plastic purple coat.
Mhm.
Not thinking through all the ADR that I might have to do because I was a wire on plastic. Also not thinking through plastic on your body is pretty warm. So it was a warm situation. But you know what? It's all good because it looks great.
It does.
It really does. It like sticks out of my mind. But I definitely, when I tried it on, did not realize how often Jennifer wears that in the movie.
Oh my, did you pick that or the stylist?
Stylist picked it. Our costume designer, Robert, came up with these insane, visually crazy things that I'm sure Adam inspired to a degree because Adam has a very specific visualization of things. But it was crazy to be, especially in the underground location of downtown Los Angeles, wearing a plastic coat.
Oh my God.
A lot of sweat.
Yeah. Well, I just bought an infrared sauna, so you had some detox going on. It sounds like maybe the stylist had it out with the sound guy or sound people.
Yeah, I know. There was definitely a war of the worlds there.
Okay, and Natasha, your dumbest move. Had any?
I'm not even gonna talk about, I was involved in this move, but I'm gonna call it, somebody else did it, but I was involved, okay? I'm gonna say it was their dumbest move, and it's a cute story, but I was doing a stunt at the very end, the last day of filming for me, and they had a stunt person lined up, but it was just catching some gold and falling into a swamp. Disney Ranch or something? I think we were in Disney Ranch. Yes.
Yes, it was totally.
And yeah, and so I had to do this thing, and they had a stunt person there, and I'm like, I got this. I got this. No problem. No problem. No problem. And I had to catch the gold and fall into a swamp.
Oh.
And I fell in. It all went great. It all went perfect. But the guy was so scared because I had to go in there and then look like I'm struggling with weeds and stuff in the swamp.
Mhm.
And it looked obviously too good. So he rescued me way too fast. I don't know if it made it in the movie. I haven't seen the movie yet, but he plucked me out. I was like, I just landed. What the hell?
She did great.
Take
She
care.
did great. What happened is that she did a wonderful job. It was a cold, windy night. She threw herself into the swamp,
Wow.
and the lifeguard saved her rapidly because she was acting like she was drowning.
So
That's
really,
It was. She didn't do anything.
Not really.
wrong.
everyone
That's
did their
exactly
job,
right.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but he saved me too. I told him, I said, don't worry, I'm gonna be fine. Give me some time. I want to struggle. Could you use the shot at him in the end? I don't even know. Or he
Absolutely.
just-
It
you did.
it was cut right to the frame where the lifeguard enters, and the whole thing was used up until there, and it's completely fine.
I love it. Oh, good.
You're
Good.
falling into the swamp scene is beautiful.
Well, that's
Oh,
great
perfect.
acting. People really wanted to save you. I had
I've
that too.
never seen anyone fall into a swamp that well.
Aw, you can put that on your resume.
Yeah.
Sir Sherman, I think we're almost out of time, so maybe this might be the last question. Sir Sherman, your favorite part of directing this film?
Working with these two lovely ladies was my favorite part. And also getting to meet you.
Well, we'll say that when we're done. We're almost at the end, so okay. Okay, here, a wacky question. All right, so I really liked Vanessa said this, Jennifer, my name's Jennifer. She said, so are we gonna do this or are we just gonna start talking really quickly? That's how I feel with coffee dates. A lot of people ask me out on coffee dates, so I always pretend I'm married. I can't stand it because I feel like if I'm gonna have coffee, we're gonna do something. We're gonna drink coffee. What are we doing? We're gonna just sit there and talk really quickly. So I just, the random question here, I want to think, what are your thoughts on coffee dates? I'll start with Natasha. Random question.
You know, if you do a hike and you add in the coffee after the hike, I guess I can get on board with that. During COVID, that kind of worked out well, I guess. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with them. I'm good with some good organic or bulletproof good. It's got to be good stuff though.
If
Don't
you're
drink
hiking.
something- Yeah, I'm good with it.
So
I'm
you're
good.
moving,
I like
you're hiking, you're staying in shape.
hiking, moving, you're staying in shape a little bit.
Okay. Vanessa, thoughts on coffee dates?
Pro coffee date. I'm very pro coffee, but like we already established in this interview, I like my sleep. So if it's a coffee date, it's an 11 a.m. coffee date. It's not.
Same.
We're not doing a traditional breakfast.
100% 11 a.m. or later, same schedule. And Sherman, Adam Sherman, your thoughts on coffee dates?
It's all about who you're having coffee with.
Okay.
Like, you know, the coffee could be good, the coffee could be bad. The most important thing is who are you meeting?
Mm.
Why? What is your intention? How does it feel to be with that person? You know,
Mhm.
that's you're talking about a meeting and your intentions and their intentions, and it's all about why and who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And is that a satisfying experience to you? I guarantee the coffee will not be the most important part of the situation.
Sometimes it is, depending on
Yeah.
who
Exactly. Well, they haven't cut me off yet. I thought they were going to cut me off at 12 minutes. So I guess I'll just keep going unless you guys put your hands up. Well, please stop.
Time for one more, Jen.
Okay. Awesome. Last question. There's a lot of masks in this film. I've probably counted at least 15. Masks are definitely a motif. All different types are very interesting. We're all in the entertainment industry, myself too. What are some places, do you feel that you have to wear masks just in life, or do you feel that you can be real? I guess I'll go with Vanessa.
I was gonna say, well, now, yeah, legally, I have to wear a mask.
Yeah, but like, being fake, or do you feel that you could be a real person as a public figure?
I have a hard time hiding my inner thoughts. I have a face that reveals what I'm thinking, which can be a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
So yeah, I find that quite difficult to actually put on a mask.
Okay.
I think it's actually probably, I don't know, I think it might be an asset to actually have that ability to
Yeah.
detach and be able to kind of, be a different person in certain
Mhm.
situations. I
Well,
don't
you're a good actress. You could do it if you really wanted to.
Yeah, but you don't pull on the skills unless you're getting paid.
Right, right. And Natasha, do you feel that you have to constantly put masks on to deal with people and humanity, or you're able to be authentic? Because it's a
I-
hard balance for me.
I feel like I'm very, very authentic, and most of my friends would say, you give it to us straight right away. That being said, we're sitting here, we're doing hours of interviews today. If I
Yeah.
was really in myself and I'd be a little bit lazy and a little bit tired, and there's a little more up and there's a little more effort. And so I think we wear masks in different ways depending on who we're around all the time.
Mhm.
It doesn't mean I'm a completely different person, but you're bringing a different part of yourself on some level. So
Yeah, well said.
yeah,
Okay.
in some ways.
And the final part of the interview, Adam, you feel you have to wear a mask, or you just real? Just-
Absolutely not. I do not wear masks. I'm cannibalistic. I
Well,
would
good.
rather eat someone else's face than disguise my own.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, I feel
I'll
that.
throw it on a grill and cover it in barbecue sauce and flip it a couple times and then
Are you going tonight? Because I'm getting scared right now.
no big deal.
I feel
No
like
big
it's
deal.
in the film.
And I feel like this
We're
interview's
speaking
gone
metaphorically.
in many different directions. It's been like a roller coaster from start to finish.
Yes,
Maybe.
yes.
I don't
I've
know,
been
I
told I'm
mean-
like shrooms, so I guess this is
You,
like
you
shrooms.
get what you pay for, and it's not much. 10 cents.
Well, thank you guys very much for this interview. Have fun. I hope the process is great. I really enjoyed the film. I'm surprised it's low budget. I really wouldn't have guessed that. I thought it was very beautiful. And it's right behind me, but because it's on pause, you can't. But I tried to match the lighting on the
nice.
film. So thank you
Thank
very
you,
much and adios. Have a great night. Good luck. Stay healthy.
Thank you.
Jen.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Guys,
Thank you.
stay on for 1 minute for me.
All right.